Hi there, I'm Chaplain Aaron Bell. I'd like to talk to you today about resilience and toughness, and to do that I'd like to share with you some thoughts and some challenges from a man named David Goggins, author of the book Can't Hurt Me. So we'll go through some of these challenges and hopefully it'll be helpful for you. First challenge that David Goggins brings up is one that is maybe helpful to people going through some hard times, and this challenge is the idea of a bad hand. You know, in cards sometimes you get dealt just not very good cards, like, you know, you're playing poker and you know you got nothing. You know, maybe someone else got dealt a full house or something. So in life, you know, what's your bad hand? Goggins asks. You know, what barriers did you have earlier in life that set you up for failure? You know, maybe it was a abusive background. Maybe you had an accident when you were younger. Maybe, you know, something just didn't go the way it was supposed to. Whatever it is, he suggests journaling it, like writing it down, and he actually talks about giving your pain shape with whatever it is. And the reason for writing it down and giving your pain shape is, he says, you can actually use that pain to help fuel your future success. All right, that's it for challenge 1. Challenge 2 that David Goggins brings up is something called the accountability mirror. And this doesn't sound like a very fun process. Basically, early in his life, when he was going through some just severe personal barriers and he was just trying to overcome some significant things, he had a mirror and he actually put some notes on it. And what these notes reflected were just a very honest look at himself. So for Goggins, he felt he was underemployed, he was overweight, he just wasn't where he wanted to be at that time. And so what he suggests is for all of us to have an accountability mirror, for all of us to just take a good hard look at ourselves in the mirror and just ask ourselves, where are we falling short? You know, where do we want to try and improve our own lives? So from the Lutheran Church Christian perspective, we kind of look at God's law as a mirror in a way, and in a way that it shows us our own sins, it shows us our own shortcomings. So Goggins is kind of talking about that here, though he doesn't actually talk about sin or anything like that. And another thing he mentions in the audiobook about the accountability mirror that is just helpful is when he's talking about bullies, because he says that he was bullied actually a bit when he was young. And one thing he notes about bullies is that bullies are honest. Like, bullies find something that they actually can see about you and they use that to attack you. So be honest about yourself. Like, what is it that is just not up to par? And your feelings may be hurt in this process a little bit. And, you know, that's okay, because you have this long-term goal of greater toughness in mind. Challenge 3 in this book, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, talks about journey to a calloused mind. So in this journey, Goggins says, basically, write down what is it that you hate to do but that you know you should do. So if you know you should be working out more but you hate to do it, this is where you write out that you're going to work out more. If you need to read more or study more for classes, then this is where you write out that you're going to study more. Or, you know, you name it, work or your relationships or whatever it is. This is where you turn your weaknesses into your strengths. And he basically says you need to reorganize your schedule so that you make time every day to do this activity. And as you do it more, you'll become more calloused to it. You'll become more used to it. And you'll actually be able to turn some of your weaknesses into strengths. And that's challenge 3. Challenge 4 is what David Goggins calls taking souls. And he developed this challenge from his experience in basic underwater demolition school for SEAL training, when he was able to lead his team in such a way that they way outperformed and way exceeded their trainers' expectations. And the whole idea of taking souls is you identify a competitive situation that you're in right now, whether it's personally, physically, at work, wherever it is. Identify and then look at an opponent that you have in that situation. Now this is someone whose respect you need to earn. And basically from here, you earn their respect by just turning on all the excellence you possibly can. You know, spending more time at work if it's work that you need. If you're, you know, on some kind of a sports team, it's spending more time off the field to show the coach that you really are doing your part to focus and do better. If it's, I would add, if it's like in a relationship, like a marriage that's under strain or something like that, then you're setting time aside in your life to put more into your marriage. So maybe if you've ever heard of something called the 5 love languages, you know, Google that, figure out what love language your significant other is, you know, your husband or your wife, and then do that love language more. And the whole point here is that you show your opponent that you're doing way more than they ever expected. And that's the whole idea of taking souls. Well, this concludes my video for today for the first 4 challenges from David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. Please tune in to the next video to hear about the next level of challenges that he talks about, and I hope that you found this video helpful. Have a good one.